everyone. Welcome to Cozy Black Sheep. I'm Mary Elizabeth, and I'm glad you're here. Today, I want to talk about gift giving. The holiday season is upon us sooner than we all think. Time goes by really fast. I'm filming outside, so if you hear children playing in the background, I apologize, but it's such a nice evening, I thought I'd sit outside. So, I wanted to share um, a gift that I received last Christmas that I hope gives you inspiration in creating gifts for your loved ones that you really like. So, I love mysteries. I love Sherlock Holmes. I love Agatha Christie. I love to read, um, amongst other genres, but mysteries is a huge one for me. So, my friend and my daughter got together and they created this wonderful gift for me. And I'm going to start showing you the pieces. So, the first thing they got me was the complete Sherlock Holmes series by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. It has the gold edging. It's really beautiful. Really beautiful, really long pages, but I love it. Might be intimidating to others. Um, so I treasure this book. You can see the back, 221, it has the gold embossing. So it's this alone was a wonderful gift. But they didn't stop there. Just let me put this down because it is kind of heavy because it has all his works, which is very exciting. So the next book they got me was from Laura R. King, and this is a whole series, and it is about the retirement of Sherlock Holmes and how he re-enters the mystery solving with Mary Russell, and she becomes really the key investigator, learning everything she can about Sherlock Holmes. This is a great series. This is the first book, The Bookkeeper's Apprentice. So this is one of the gifts that was given along with the Sherlock Holmes. This is all a set that I received, so I want to reiterate that. I just can't hold everything up at once, so this was part of the package. Okay. The next thing that I got was something homemade, and this is. I hope I can get so you can see it. So this is 221 Baker Street of London. Don't know if I can get this to look any better, but it's basically Sherlock and Watson's home, and then the picture frame they made with all of Sherlock Holmes images, of his books, of him traveling, thinking about cases, etc. And this hangs on my wall. Um, the next thing that I got, I'm not done, was a hoodie. And I don't have it on me. I was going to wear it, but it's kind of warm. So, as you can see, this is technically Benjamin Cumberbatch from the new Sherlock Holmes series, which I love. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. So this is one of my favorite hoodies that I wear. And then to end the gift, they bought Sherlock Holmes, the Consulting Detective. And this is a game. And this is a game that can be played by yourself, with one person, with six people. It has, I don't know if I can get everything out, but I won't take everything out, but I will show you a sample. So this is the directory, which gives all people's names and where to find them during your investigations. And it also gives things like post office, Scotland Yard, So these are all places that you can visit depending on your case and where you want to go. Um, Also, it comes with, for each case, I think there's 10 cases um, in a box, and along with that comes a newspaper that gives you the news for that week, and also clues in the case. So it's really, really good. And I'll give you a sample of the name of a case or what the book kind of looks like, just so you get a sense. Um, so this one is called The Mystified Murderess. Um, so here is the book, and then basically you try to solve the crime, and you need to go by clues and go to the different places, look it up, see and interview people, and try to solve the case. And the idea of it is to see if you can solve it in less steps than Sherlock Holmes. Now, I will tell you, I have yet to do that, and it's probably impossible. But what I would say is don't get frustrated by that. I think enjoying the game and just enjoying the process is actually just as much fun, if not more fun, than trying to beat Sherlock. So don't let that defer you from playing the game. It also gives you a map to see where you're traveling to, see what things are in the area in London. And so this would go down on the table so you could look at it based on your clues, to see where people are and where they're headed or where the murder took place, things like that. So that was really fabulous. And then, so when you're playing this game, you need to obviously take notes, because you have to refer back. You need to, if you have more players, then you need to talk to each other, try to problem solve it. But to top it off, what they gave me to go with the game was the Sherlock Holmes detective notebook. So in here is just notes that you can take to solve the case. And then in the back, it gives you the rules of deduction. So it's just a fabulous gift. You might be wondering why I'm sharing this with you. I think that we're so used to just, okay, they like a book, let's get a gift certificate to a bookstore. Or, okay, let's just buy them that book. And although that is wonderful, don't get me wrong, there's nothing like being able to go buy your own books, or receive a book on Christmas if that's what you celebrate, and be extremely happy because that is the book you wanted to get next. Sorry, this isn't going in the package very well. I'll have to do that later. Sorry about that. I'm sorry, I need to backtrack just a little bit, because there was one more piece to this gift. And that was, they included a teacup of Sherlock Holmes. So that's why I'm having my tea and Sherlock Holmes for this video. So what I love about this gift is it was very thoughtful. It wasn't a ton of money, and really what I loved the most was the homemade. I love the picture with 221 Baker Street in the picture frame, made out of all Sherlockian books and images, and that took time and it took thought, and it just, to me, that is such a gift and blessing in itself. So I hope that this gives you ideas. And my thought process is I'm not sure if I'll do it once a week, or every couple of weeks till we get to Christmas, but I have more gifts like this that my family has given me. And maybe perhaps I can also show you one day how I set up. So, for example, this is Sherlock Holmes, and so on my bookshelves, most people put their books on their shelves based on alphabetical order, with series. A lot of people actually put books based on the colors. So if the book is purple, all purple books go into this area. So in some cases, I do that, but with books that I now have themed gifts from, I have dedicated an area. So it might take up a whole bookshelf if the gifts, fit on the shelf, if it applies to that, and then so that theme gets its own space. Case in point, Sherlock Holmes. He has his own space on the bookshelf. So maybe I can do that sometime and do that as a video if people are interested in that. So I will do at least one more video on that, and we'll go from there to see if that will work. Um, yeah, and so this channel is going to be a mishmash of stuff, and I think part of that is I think it's time for us to relax and just enjoy talking to each other, creating, having tea, sharing ideas. Um, Remember, homemade gifts are probably, for me, the most treasured. So I know there's been a lot of trying times. Please keep that in mind, that people really do appreciate and love homemade gifts. Know what would have been really good is, so scone mix would have been good to add to this basket. I'm just saying if you wanted to zhuzh it up some more, because in those times, tea. I did have tea in my cup that they got me, English breakfast and Earl Grey. So things like that you could absolutely add to the basket. Cadbury milk chocolate would have been good to add to this. So you can really, really think outside the box, and you can make it as big and elaborate as you want, or as small as you want. So yeah, so it's exciting to me to receive things like that, but also to give things like that. So I hope that I give you some ideas, and maybe you could give ideas in the comments so that people can begin planning out and matching themes to people they love, and plan on making gifts for. It is just beautiful out here and quiet. There was some kids out here, but they've gone. So I'm gonna let you go, and I will see you in the next couple of days for another video. You don't know what it's gonna be about, because the truth is, it's gonna be different all the time, and that's okay. Actually, I do know what the next video is gonna be about. It's gonna be about clutter, as I talk about these elaborate gifts, clutter, and how we live with that, how we don't live with that, what we do, what we don't do, but also some good information to help you along. Hopefully you find that exciting too. So until next time, enjoy a good cuppa. Bye.